overview and experience with administration. So we have completed the administration part. So now we are looking at the overview. Okay, and excuse me. So this is you see we talked about these four buttons, right? So this is component, this is theme, and this is page structures, and this is settings. So if you click components, what are the components available? The calendar, the CMS, okay, whatever the contents, the feeds, the files, gamification, all these components can be clicked and dragged over here. Like I showed you, drag it and show you the calendar part, which we can drag and keep it over there. We can add the component, add a custom tabs as well. You know, depends upon the use cases or requirement. Okay, we can add as much as components as we can. Okay, then next one is theme. So here we can change the theme. Okay, if you want to change the theme, you can go ahead and change the theme. Select one of the themes over here and change the themes accordingly for your community. Okay, then images. If you want to have your company logo over here, you can have your company logo and header image. Okay, the login pages. Okay, what should be the background image? Okay, right now this is the background image that we have provided. Okay, so these kind of customization can be done. The fonts. Okay, all the fonts can be changed, or there is no much variety though, but still there are few which we can utilize. Okay, it's not like there are n number of fonts available, so we have few fonts available. Okay, and we can change the lowercase. So now my font changed all to lowercase, the question all to lowercase. So now I changed it to uppercase and it will change back to uppercase. Okay, all my font will be changed to uppercase. Okay, so these are the informations in the theme section, and we can also change the theme settings accordingly. Okay, so we can modify the navigation menu, profile menu. Okay, and search components. Everything we can just the aspect ratio of the match page with. Okay, so these things we can modify over here. So please, when you get a chance, kindly play around with your own community, understand, because until unless you are publishing it, there will be a scope of undoing things. Okay, even if you publish it also, we can change. We can just remove a component, change the component to a different component. Okay, so the next one is page structure. Okay, so here we have the template header, the template footer, the content header, sidebar features. So here if you see there's a template header and the template footer. Okay, these are constants, so we cannot delete this. Okay, so this is the template header. We cannot delete or modify. We can only just delete. These are the sidebar components. Okay, for example, this is the sidebar component. Okay, ask a button. I just don't want this button. I can very well go and delete from here. If I click delete here, it will be deleted. Or else I have an option here to delete as well. We see that dustbin icon, so you can just click that, and that will be deleted as well. Okay, so the sidebar components can be deleted. The trending topics. Okay, the footer, the content footer, contact, ask, and support. Okay, these are all kind of being modified. Okay, if you click here, so consider that. Okay, so if you look at here, I can change. Okay, ask the questions. Okay, ask down blue. Okay, and if I click out, so this button text is modified. Okay, likewise we can ask contact below. Okay, so instead of support, we can change contact below. So we can change the text as well. So I just want to do it. So no. Okay, these are the things that we can do in in this page structure modification. Okay, the next one is that we have setup settings. Okay, this is more on the builder side. Okay, this is more on the portal configurational side. Okay, so first tab is that we have is general. Okay, so so guest users can see and interact with the site without logging in. So we can very well go and give this permission if at all required based on your requirement. Okay, so by just clicking at your URL, they can just access your site. Okay, but they cannot modify anything, but they just can access or interact. Okay, and the all the what do you say, the site title over here and the site status, it is not published as of now. Okay, so we can configure access for the guest user profiles based on our requirement. If at all our guest users want to interact with our site, then we can very well go and add a guest users permission. Okay, so then there is themes. Hold on a second. Okay, so for themes, we can change the themes or reset the themes. Okay, so consider that even if you click this reset the theme, it will all be resetted. Okay, so if you want to change the theme, like I showed, these are the available themes that we can change. The same place we have seen over there in this theme section. Okay, and also we have configuration option as well. Okay, to configure the theme. So based on the login and default layout component, we can modify the things. Okay, total number of pages in this 40. So we'll slowly get to that. Okay, and the languages. Okay, we can set the languages here. For example, okay, if the users want to see by default it is English US. Okay, so consider that your client is in Japan. Okay, or China. Okay, so you can change or you can use Google Cloud Translation API. Okay, you can this requires extra additional cost. Okay, you can use that API, translate using Google API. Okay, and to Chinese as well, so that it is convenient for the users. Okay, different country users to use your site. Okay, then navigations. So navigation, since you have seen right, default navigation is set over there. So if you look at here, we have two navigations available. One is home and the other one is topic. Home is default, so we can change this topic to a different one. We can delete and add a new item as well. Okay. So if you look at here, this is a navigation bar. Initially it was topic, so now it's changed to my contacts. Right. So I just changed the navigation menu, and likewise mobile publisher. Okay, this is specifically for your mobile publisher. Okay, and apps that you can manage. You can manage the tab style, the colors, everything for mainly for your mobile experience. Okay, and these additional navigations are available only for iOS options. Okay, so this is also we can go and play around with. Okay, since in the interest of time, I'm going ahead with the CMS Connect. Okay, so CMS Connect. Okay, any kind of data like from Heroku or from what do you say, Oracle database or Oracle Finance or DevOps. Okay, whatever it is, we can just come here, give the URL. Okay, so select the source, give the URL, and we can add the details from the external systems. Okay, so we just have to give the URL and update it here. So next one is advanced. This is also another paid feature of Google, so we can utilize Google Analytics. Okay, for analytics identifying with the separate analytical data. Okay, we can use this Google API to download as the statistics and information available in your community sites. Okay. So next one is security and privacy. Here, okay, we how do Salesforce provide the security and privacy for um, community site? Okay, initially we have our click jack protection. Okay, and also okay we have multiple options. Okay, see allow framing of sites on external domains. Okay, it's a good to have protection, but allow framing by the site by the same origin only. That is the recommended protection. Okay, so we do have no protection and most protection. Okay, but this is the recommended protection, so we are going ahead with the recommended protection. Okay, and CSP content security policy. So this is the content security policy that we follow. So by default it will be there. So we are just proceeding with the develop. So when you want to export a community for a potential buyer, okay, this is the place that you can export your template or your theme or your page. Here you can export from org to org as well. Okay, so you can consider that you found a client to buy your community completely, then yeah you can bundle this and you can export this as well. Okay, your template, your themes and your pages as well. So this is one of the good to have feature in in our sites. So even you can push this or export this to your lower sandbox region for testing or for production as well. Okay, the deployment also can be done also here. So the next tab is updates. So if at all there is any updates available for our community, okay, for our template, then it will be, this is the place for our template customer service. If at all there is any updates available for this customer service, then it will be shown here. So we can very well go ahead and click install or update. Okay. Next is change history. So what was the changes done? Okay, so today I have changed some domain configuration, and with the dates it will show the like it's for auditing purpose. Okay, it will show what kind of changes have done in the community. So this is completely about the overview of experience builder. Okay, so next we'll go with user creation. Okay, how do we create users for community site, okay, or the partner community? Okay, so for community and partner community users we need to create a contact. Okay, that should be mapped to an account. We cannot what do you say, we cannot follow the traditional way of creating a user. Okay, like we go into setup and create user. Okay, and through that way we cannot create a user, but this is a bit different. I will tell you how to uh, create a user. Okay, so before creating user you have to make sure that you are having an account. Okay, for that particular user it is a mandatory thing, and the account should have a related contact, okay, enabled, and then we can create a customer or partner user. So here the main thing that we need to focus here is that, okay, if your org is enabled with, excuse me, yeah. So create an account, okay, and we should create a related contact. Okay, and also once the related contact is enabled as a customer or partner user, we can create users. Okay, then only that particular user can log into this experience portal. Okay, and I will show you that in a moment. And also for internal employees, okay, internal users, they can be a normal user. Okay, if you have checked the checkbox, then by clicking on the button they can very well go ahead and access the community. Okay, now let's create, okay, an account. So now for this here our system admin should go to the Salesforce account. Okay, create new, give a account name. Account to Bangalow Hospital. Okay, this is our account. Account number is 12345678999. Okay, something like that. Settings out. We'll give the required no information. Technology partner, industries technology, or anything is fine. We can use technology or technology. Okay, I hope there is no yeah. We now that we have created an account, okay, we should have related contacts created, right? So before creating a related contacts, okay, we should make sure that our profiles are cloned, okay, because we cannot use, it's best practice, okay, not to use the profiles, okay, which are already given community plus profiles. We can just clone the profile so that the future we can edit as well. Okay, so I'm going to set up profiles. Okay, okay, I'm going to clone customer community plus user. For something wrong. Okay. So customer community plus user. Okay, profile name is hospital community user, and I'm going to select this profile. Okay, the users are the profile name. Yep. So the profile is created. Now I need one more profile. Okay, same customer community plus values patient user. Okay, so right now we have two profiles cloning these customer community plus profiles. Now, now let's go create a contact. In hospital. Yeah. So, okay. So we have created a contact. Okay. Now consider that Anand is a doctor. Okay. And so before that, so after creating this contact, okay, and this contact is mapped to this account. Now we need to enable this contact as a user, right? Customer user. So when you click this enable customer user, it will take you to the user page. Okay, okay. So this is the user page of Anand. Okay, so I have given the email address and username and everything. Okay, so Anand will receive an email according to this. So I'm going to change the row customer community plus, and the selected profiles will be displayed for that role. Okay, so hospital community user. So consider that Anand is a doctor. Okay, so I'm assigning profiles for all the hospital community users. as hospital community user profile. Okay, and I'm gonna save. Okay, so the welcome email is checkbox is checked. Okay, so that means an welcome email will be sent, but we are getting an error. Why? The portal account owner has no role. So here we should segregate this error. Why we are getting this error? Okay, so how do we identify why we are getting an error? We can, that means our community portal is not even published, so we cannot assign a user for that community portal. So what I'm gonna do? So now publish this our community site. Okay, so once this is published, I will get an email. Okay, so it will not take much time. So since I will get since it is published, yeah, it is published. So I can see the published. So let me go to the workspace. Okay, now this is published. Again, we will get the same error. So even though it is published, we need to go to administration. Let's go to settings. I will activate the site. Okay, one. So once this site is published and activated, it is live now. Okay, based on our setting, our external users can log in. Our what do you say? Our internal users can log in. Whatever the preferences we are given, based on that, they will be able to log in. Okay. Now, still again, this error will not be resolved. Okay, we will get the same error because these profiles that we have created, okay, is not assigned to this community. So what we should do? Same administrator, go to members, select the profile, hospital. So it's internal, select tab, hospital community user, and patient users. These are the two new profiles. Okay, we cloned them from community plus user. Now save. Okay, so once this is updated, I will get an email and this number will get added. Okay, so it is added and it's reflected over here. Okay, hospital and so now we go straight back to the user creation. Give Anand's okay. Give Dr. Anand the name and select the profile. Commissioner Community Plus. Okay, and the profile as hospital user. I'm gonna save it. Okay, we should refresh. Okay, let me go to contacts. Okay, on this here, select enable customer as user. Now, okay, right. An account owner must be associated with the role enable portal user to transfer the user account. Okay, let me see why this error comes. Okay, So we have to select the account, enable line as partner. Okay. Now we have enabled that account as partner. Now we can try once more again. Select Anand, enable customer as user. Okay, something wrong. Let me figure it out.
Your login should have the role associated.
So assign the roles, okay, partner, customer, possible, and everything is done. Preferences is also done. Settings is also done. Activated. Okay, what else?
In administration, is there anything to default?
No, we have for this we don't have the administration because we are getting the error because this site was not published. That is one. Okay, now it is published. The second place is in administration. In Windows, we have to add all these community users, and we have done that as well. Okay, these are the two different places that we can. Okay, maybe. Okay, I got it. I got what's the issues. So it's. I think my role is not decided. Okay, it's because you see portal account owner has no. I am the account owner, right? So I doesn't have a role. So I have to change myself. So go to user. Even though I am a system administrator, okay, this is my user. You see, the role is not set. It's empty. Okay, so consider that I'm selecting any role, essential or something. Okay, selecting. So now let me go to this. Try again once more time. Contact. Assign Anand. Mm, yeah, now it's created and see the contact is updated as Anand for this. So the contact is now added. So now we can see we can go ahead and see okay how Anand can log in. Okay, Anand will now get an email. Okay, and he can log in as well. But from my side, since I am system admin, from my Salesforce itself, I can go ahead. Okay, I have to just go to the contacts, select Anand. Okay, now login as experience user. So Anand is now able to view the site. So now this is this since Anand is a doctor, Anand can able to view the site. So we can do multiple modifications. Okay, since Anand is able to log in, let me create one more user as a patient. Inside review under the same account, my hospital. I'm gonna save, and I'm going to tag this enable customer as user. It will take us to the same user page. We will give patient user. Okay, so we have given two different profiles. Yeah, so now the contact is also associated to Divya. So now we have added, and Divya will also be able to access. Let's see if Divya can able to access Experience Cloud site. Yes, Divya can access. Okay. So both the users are created and both the users, okay, both doctor and as well as the patient can access the our sites. So now we will see, okay, how we are targeting the audience. The audience targeting is happening. Okay. So using multiple ways we can target the audience. Before that, I wanted to show you. You go to quick find all setup. So the all sites. Okay, so if you look at here, this is the URL of your site, right? You just click this URL, it will take you to the site since you are already logged in. Okay, so now consider that you are an external user and you are using this in an incognito window. So it will take you to the login page. Okay, so here if you see the logo has changed. Initially it was Salesforce logo. Now the logo has changed. Okay, you can use the email. Okay, the email and password that are received from your inbox, and you can log in through here. Okay, so the URL also will be received through the email itself. So this is how the users or external users can log in through sites. Okay, so here this is the shortest way of internal users. Okay, so for admins can quickly immediately identify some issues or they have to log in as this person impersonate as this user. They just click on login the experience cloud user. They just have to go ahead and log in. Okay. Now let me go to the workspace. Window. Okay. So let me clean up this a little. So let's delete few of this. Hello, can everyone hear me? I just lost my electricity.
We can hear.
Connected to a network. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, so let me clean up this stuff a little. No questions also. Okay, so even this one, no, delete it. I need nothing anyways. Okay, so slow. Okay, let's go. So I'm gonna edit this. Welcome. So welcome to the hospital community. Okay. Okay. So now this can be viewed by both. Okay. Both the parties, or for example, by the doctor as well as the patients. Okay. Consider that I'm adding one more. What do you say? I can add as anything. Consider that I'm adding a calendar. Okay, over here. Okay, and I'm gonna publish it. Okay, so when published, you will get an email. Okay, once you get that email, you can go and do this. You can check whether it is published. So for everyone, it will be like this. Okay, so this is how your community page looks like. Okay, welcome to the hospital community. Okay, and welcome. Now, so to our main topic, audience targeting. Okay, how are we going to target few or show the entire page based on the targeted audience? Okay, so right now here we have case. Okay, simple use case. You have two types of partners in the system, right? One is doctor and the other one is patient. Anand is the doctor and Divya is the patient. Okay, you should see, doctor should see the doctor homepage welcome message, and the patient should see the patient homepage. Okay, phone number. How do we achieve this? Okay, this is what it's important. Okay, so in order to achieve this, we are going to use target audience. Okay, how do we do that? Okay, that's where the question comes. So you're getting it right. So we are going to provide different views for different users, but in the same community. Okay, so that's what we are going to achieve here. So you understood the use case, right? The case is sample use case was that for a doctor he should see a separate homepage text, and for you know for patients they should see separate text. Okay, with the toll free number. How do we gonna achieve this? That's the question. Okay, let's go to the community portal. Okay, and let's go to the builder. So headline. So we're going to change the headline text. Okay, this headline text should seen. Okay, should be seen only by the doctors. Okay, welcome to the hospital community. So I'm going to assign this headline text by clicking on this assign. Just bear with me. I'm having an internet issue. Slow loading. Okay, again I'm gonna try again one more time. Click this assign. Yeah, so okay, new audience, create a new audience. Audience name is doctor. And what are the conditions that should be met to achieve this page variation? Okay, so that because I can right now very well go out with the profiles, right? Hospital community users are the doctors. So save and assign. Now this is visible for the doctors. Okay, consider that another. Let me remove this one. Component. Okay, and I'm going to give this a name. Search the records. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay. Given the toll free number. And I'm going to assign this to target audience. New patient. Categories profiles. Again, we're going to patient users. Save and assign. Now it's assigned. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, consider that Divya is a patient. I'm going to log in as Divya. It's not refreshing. So let me refresh this once. Oh my bad, I did not publish my community. So you got the issue. So once we make a change in the community, we should publish the community. Okay. So once after we have added that, we have not published it. Okay. So but our changes are still there. So we just have to publish it. Publish. else it will still take the old site, okay, which has that calendar. Okay, so I'm gonna refresh this once. So my community is published. I got an email. So I'm going to log in as experienced client user. Now Divya will see only the what Divya should see. Only the welcome page with the toll-free number. Okay. They will not see the doctor's screen. Okay. They will see only the welcome page of Divya. Okay. So consider that I'm logging in as a doctor. Okay. So I'm going to refresh it again. Okay. Go to contacts. Select Anand. Anand is a doctor here. So I will go inside. Awareness experience producer. So welcome to the hospital community. Welcome. So these are all the doctor portals. So this is how you target an audience. Okay. Now both of them are targeted in a different place. Okay. Both different. Even though they are using one community, they will see different page variations. Okay. So this is how you can edit page variations. Okay. Now suppose I go to Builder again. Now that we have achieved our function. Okay. So here if you see the page contains components that are visible only to specific users. So that is achieved. Now we will move on. This scenario is achieved. We will move on to the second one. Components. Show or hide a component based on target audience. Okay, now we are going to use a component. Previously we used the page. Now we are going to use a component itself. Okay, to make it say we'll have two different components. Okay, so for one component should be viewed by doctor, and the same component should not be viewed by the patient, right? So how do we achieve this? Okay, so that is what we are going to see right now. Go. Let me navigate to. Okay, so where you have to select the components, you have to click the components. Okay, you have to select a list. Let me going to select a list, record list. Okay. Okay, we have added the record list. Okay, so in this component we can select. Okay, what is the amount of records that I just don't want to see 24 records. I just have to see 10 records. Okay, and the object is account, all accounts. Okay, so those things. Then click over here, assign the same way. How we assign? We assign to doctor. Only doctor should see the number of patients or accounts. So assign, done. Okay, so now again what you are going to do, you are going to test it. Before that you need to publish. Okay, go to builder, publish the changes. Got it. Now come back to contacts. Yeah, so select Divya. Okay, and go into experience as user. Divya will not see that component. See, only the welcome text Divya is able to see. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to log in as the Dr. Anand. So now Anand should be able to see that component because Anand, we have provided access to Anand. It's not loading, it's little slow. Yeah, see, now Anand is able to view that records. Since Anand is an external user and has only access to this record, it is showing only this record. This here it goes to security, right? So since that is assigned, so we have achieved the second set of use cases as well using the components.
Hello, Melo Babu.
Yes,
Can you show us again how we can target audience using pages?
sure. So go to your experience site builder. Okay. Select a headline. Okay. Okay. Select a headline, and you see this. There is a drop down. Okay. For this particular headline, if you want to hide or give permission, click that drop down. Edit assignment. Initially, it was not assigned, right? So here we already created audiences, doctor or patient. Based on the audiences you want to display, we just can display this. If only doctor want to see it, assign it, save it. Here it should be assigned. Okay, click assign and done. This is how you assign this. So once you assign this, you have to come and just check it once. Okay, after publishing the site, what you have to do, just come here, check once whether your assignment has taken effect or not. So based on your assignment and based on the output, yeah, we can go ahead and check.
So I am assuming it as configuring the components itself. We have to configure this for each and every component. I mean, how we are saying this as a page based, targeting audience based on pages, because we are setting this config in each of the component, then not every component on that page like we do in our lightning record pages in our Salesforce. You are getting my point?
Yeah, gotcha. So, so if you look at here, okay, yeah, you maybe need this. This is our page, right? Okay, we will come into the builder. So this is our page. In our page, we have page variations. In page variations, we can set new page variations as well. Okay. So when it comes to the page, okay, I can change the page variations accordingly here. Okay.
Yes.
So this is what your question. It answers your question.
Yes, Manav. What I am asking to.
So if you want to create a new blank page, you can create blank page and based on that requirement. Okay, it totally depends on the requirement. Okay. So you can change that as well.
So can we add the filter? Can we add any filter on those pages? Like we want to show particularly for patient another one, and for the doctors, we are setting this for doctors only.
Yes, we can very well add that. For doctors, we have one page. For patient, we will have another set of page. We can very well add that. Okay. What I will do, I will duplicate this Okay, and I will rename this to patient. Okay, and this will be renamed to doctor. Okay, now I can edit this. So this is patient page, right? So now I can edit this and publish it as well. So I'm going to delete this and add a comment. Okay, add a company. So I think now we have two page variations. So one is unpublished. So let me publish this as well for patient. Okay. What we have to do? Again, go to setup, edit the page. So we have two page variations, right? So one is assign. I'm going to assign this to patient, and this one it's already assigned to doctor. So we have to. It's a generic. It's a default one, so everyone can access. So
Yes.
this answers your question.
Yes, Malbabu. Yeah. So initially, I was not able to understand how we are, targeting audience based on pages and components, because you are only configuring those components in the initial part of the
That's
session. Yeah. So this answers everything. Yeah. Thank you
yeah.
for your time.
Good. So next one is branding sets. Okay. Uh, Branding sheets is like we should show the layout or the what's the theme we can change for each audience. So what you can do is you can play around. Okay, play around in this community portal, and you can try changing, swapping things, add your own ideas. Okay, into communities. Okay, and try out yourself so that you will get little hands-on. Okay, so here there is a simple use case. Doctor should see green font color and patient should see red font color. Just a simple use case that we come up with. Okay, so the same thing, we have to go to these themes. Okay, so let's go to color. The text color is black. Okay, so I have made the page to this. Which got it. This is patient, right? So let me see. Duplicate contacts. Yeah, and login as experience user. Yeah. So for patients, the font color is changed to red. Okay. Now for doctors, we'll change the font color to green. Disable. Okay. Some sort of. Okay. So this is how you target the audience based on the targeted audience. Okay, you can customize, okay, your fonts, your colors, your templates, everything. So this is also captured. Okay, so we change the doctor's font color to green, as well as we change the patient's color to red. So this is a simple use case, okay, that we ran now. So the next topic is enabling knowledge. Okay, enabling knowledge. Okay, for enabling knowledge, we should go to Salesforce. Okay, we should. So by enabling knowledge, we can browse through the articles. Okay, that's the important section. Okay. So consider that, like I told you, no, you consider that you are having a call center setup. Okay, and your support representative has to um, validate, okay, the knowledge bases. Then we have to go to Salesforce. Okay, enable the knowledge. Okay, enable the knowledge setup, and so I can show you. Okay, since we are in in short of time. Okay, we should have to take questions as well. So I'm going to keep it short. Okay, so you have to go to you have to enable the knowledge first. Okay, how you enable? Okay, that's the primary question. First thing is I have to go to the users, and I have to go to my user first. Okay, I'm going to edit it. If you see knowledge user, you see there is a checkbox called knowledge user. You have to check it and save. So right now you will have the ability to modify knowledge articles. Okay, so after you enabling it, refresh it, give it some time. Okay, else the knowledge settings will not be displayed. Okay, now in the quick find you can go and search for knowledge. So here you have to click this checkbox. Yes, I understand the impact of enabling source knowledge, because once you have enabled it, there is no way of coming back. That is not a big deal, because we really need knowledge base, because we are setting up this community portal, right? So we are enabling this knowledge base. Click enable, and there will be a prompt. Hey, you cannot change back. Okay, once you are enabled knowledge. I said okay, fine, because that is what our target is. So we have enabled the knowledge settings. Okay, and these are the and once it is enabled, we will get this page where you need to edit few things here. Okay. And mainly the article summaries. Okay, it should be customer and partner both should be checked. Okay, and I think, yeah, and also at the last, see, enable thumbs up or down voting for article. So this is applicable only for classic. Okay, if at all, right now most of the clients and users are migrated to Salesforce Lightning, but still there are still old school people who will love to stay around with the classic. So for them, yeah, if they are using knowledge articles in classic, they will have these buttons. Okay, thumbs up and thumbs down buttons. So I'm gonna save this. Okay, once I have completed with this knowledge, okay, immediately I have to go to the next setup called topics. So click topics for object, search topics and topics for object. Okay, search for knowledge, enable topics for knowledge. Then only you will be able to see or modify the articles. Okay, so now it is enabled. Now go to app launcher, search for knowledge. Okay, maybe your profile doesn't have that tab on. Go to user. Okay, edit. Oh, sorry, not you. My bad. I should go to profile, edit, and search for knowledge. Knowledge default on, knowledge manager, every salary given. Okay, full access, default on. Okay, now let me go to sales. Go to summary and register show. So it will be showing here. Okay. So once that is shown, we can create knowledges in that record. Okay, we can create records, knowledge records in that object. So once that is created, we should assign that knowledge record to topics. Okay, so these are all the next steps that we should be doing. Okay, and once that is done, we should go ahead with the content management. Okay, you know the primary differences, right? What are the primary differences of a community template, and lightning bolt solutions? Okay, so generally, yeah, after I know it's too much for one day, but yeah, you will get little confused at the beginning. Okay, so the difference is that the community is an actual functional community. Okay, that is a customer and a partner can access or use to interact. Okay, but there is a community template. It is an it is an it is a part of functional community. It contains templates. It contains what is a packages. Okay, reusable packages or components. Okay, those are all we can export. Okay, then there is something called the lightning bolt solution. Okay, it is a packaged version. Okay, you can, if you want to sell this community to someone or some client, you have to bundle it, right? You have to bundle it, and then only you can sell it as a you can like how you create packages the same way. You have to create them as a package and then sell it as a package. Okay, like a job file. That's how we have to sell this.
So how is the one quick question? How is the lightning bolt different from the packaging?
No, it is packaging. That's what I'm saying. So when you are saying lightning bolt solution, right? What you are going to bundle it, everything, right? It is a package version of a community.
Okay, so community can be bundled using lightning bolt.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
So this community, right? You can sell it in App Exchange also by bundling it. You can upload it in the marketplace, so buyers will buy it. You can sell
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Next one is CMS Connect. Okay, it will help you to organize and create content. Okay, like I told you, Nate, the data from other workspace, like what do you say? Uh, Heroku apps or Oracle apps or okay, the content management system will help you to render or get the data. Okay, so that your users can get benefited by using the CMS. Okay, so even CMS will have a separate workspace. Okay, so that is kind of most of them are little pretty big, and it will need little more time. Okay, to go in detail. So since we have, I can give you a high level detail how it is okay happening. So it is a workspace, okay, which where we have to give the name, okay, and select our portal, okay, and there you can select the contributors, okay, and role for the contributors and the languages and everything. So we can select all these and create a workspace so that the same workspace can be utilized for all the communities or one community or many community. Okay, it's up to you. That is one of the advantageous section of community. Okay, next one is sharing and security. Okay, sharing and security. So these things, whatever I am showing you right now, okay, it is in the setup. Okay, so in the Experience Cloud Builder, okay, if you see there is a setup icon, okay, there you can see all these details. These settings, okay, you see, this is what I am talking about right now. The CMS Connect, okay, and the security and privacy. So the sharing and security, okay, so like discussed, like we have already have a clickjack protection. Okay, apart from that, we can, okay, based on our permissions and licenses, we can restrict using OWD. You know OWD, right? Organizational wide defaults. Okay, for external users. Okay, if you want, I can show you what is OWD. Go to setup, sharing setting. By default, in your organization of Salesforce, for every object, okay, it is determined already. Okay, you can edit this as well. So right now, for internal users, this is public read write, and this is private. Okay, for external users. So community users, mostly 90% of the time they will be external. Okay, so this is the permissions that they will see. Okay, and what are the default accesses for each object for account. Wow. Okay, well, what is the permissions private. So when it is private, you can see only your own account or contact. Okay, you cannot see others. So when it is set to public, then you can see others contact as well. What is the point? So that's the security plays a major role. Okay, and we have sharing settings, right? We can provide sharing rules and permissions for external users for specific clouds, okay, or communities. Okay, so they can modify the records or add the data or modify the data. Okay, according to the permission that we have provided. So these are all the high-level topics that we have covered today. So now I'm leave some time for questions. Okay, we have Karnagaran joined from Demand Globe to answer a few of your questions. So you can shoot out all your questions and also kindly make sure that you are practicing creating a tailored module. Okay, create a tailored module and practice the community. Okay, how we should develop a community portal and how we should do the branding. Use your own imagination, create your own styles. Okay, try your own colors. Okay, build it exactly like a website, because there are 100% possibility that your experience site can be a website. Okay, we can export it like that, so that your customer will love the look and feel of the website. Okay, try play around with it. Also, I did not mention about any certifications, right? See, we have a certification called Experience Cloud Consultant. Okay, in Trailhead. It is an accredited credential. Okay, no, it's also credential. So in order to achieve that credential, there is a prerequisites. Okay, in order to write this experience cloud consultant examination, there is a prerequisites. Okay, one is you have to complete, okay, Salesforce admin certification. So admin certification is mandatory, and it's prerequisites for experience cloud consultant. Okay, and there are a lot of experience cloud users, or companies which use experience cloud. For example, one of my our client, okay, they have like 90 active community sites. Okay, and some of the clients have 20 active community sites. Okay, so they are easily leveraging the advantages of communities. Okay, there are many companies who leverages advantages of communities. Okay, so make sure you get trained. Okay, and complete the tailored modules, write the certification, and then you will have a better understanding about experience cloud and better future. So that concludes my high level information for experience cloud. So now